And I'm still not a believer in native ads. I'm not. I'm not a fan, and I think it's going to be one of those advertising techniques that is kind of a fad, kind of goes through a phase right now. I don't think it's long term, and I think that it's going to go the way of the dinosaurs and become, something that you don't really see anymore. For those out there that don't know what native advertising is, let me explain a little bit. So, if you've ever been on a website and then you see a banner where you think it's a link to another story, like if you're on a news website and you see a picture and then there's a headline in there, kind of catches your attention, and you click on it, and then you actually go to a different website, that is what's known as a native ad. So right now it's kind of popular, it's kind of trendy right now in the internet marketing industry. People are all about native advertising, and it's the next big thing, and it's the future of it. The reason why they believe this is, like I said, if you're on that news website and you see a banner ad for a story, has a picture, has a headline, the purpose of the native ad is to convince you that that advertisement, is actually a part of the website, that is actually a news story within that website. Like if you're on ESPN, for example, and you have a advertisement that's a link to another sports related story, and you click on it, but then it takes you to like AOL, for example. That would be an example of AOL doing a native ad on ESPN. And a lot of people within the industry will go, "Oh, native advertising is great because the click-through rates are higher, and when the click-through rates are higher, the quality is better." Click-through rates, for those that don't know, a click-through rate is basically the amount of people that view the ad divided by the amount of clicks, or actually it could be the other way around. Uh, I don't edit my videos, so you'll see that mistake in there, and you'll know I'm not perfect, which is okay. So click-through rate is the amount of clicks divided by the amount of people that see the ad. So usually, in all forms of internet marketing, the higher the click-through rate, the better, because usually you'll get a bigger discount on what the actual cost is per click or per thousand views, whatever you're paying, CPC or CPM. But click-through rate's better. So native advertising, guys will be like, oh yeah, native ads are great because you get a higher click-through rate, which is true, but the main problem is that people don't like to be tricked, ultimately. So you can have a native ad on a website where you're looking for information on weight loss, and you click on it, and it takes you to a completely different website, and it's not really explaining how to lose weight. It's just selling a bunch of pills that some manufacturer has. You're trying to learn how to lose weight. You're trying to learn about different ways, different exercises you can do it, and it's kind of misleading. You thought that you were clicking on another story within the website. Could be a blog, could be whatever, and you're looking for more information, but instead you get somebody pushing this bottle of pills saying, "Oh, take this pill and you're going to lose like 50 pounds in like 1 week," or something crazy like that. So people don't like to be tricked, and that's the main reason why native ads in the long run are not going to work. As of right now, the vast majority of the mainstream does not know what native advertising is. You have a lot of things in the mainstream, like you don't have to be an expert to know about it, but native advertising is not one of those things. Like, people know what Google is, people know what a search engine is. Those are mainstream things, but they don't know what native advertising is. Most people, I think, are confused when they go to another website, when they click on one of those links and then it takes them to a completely different website. I think some people get confused over it, but once people start to learn more and more about what's going on, the fact that ESPN intentionally is selling advertisements, they want to make it look like they're part of ESPN. They want to make it look like, one of the journalists has wrote a story about it. They want to make it look like that, but then when you find out that it's not, that they tricked you, that it's actually linked to a completely different website, that's actually an advertiser, people have a bad taste in their mouth from it, and the conversion's not going to be good. You could have a low cost, you could have a low cost per click, you could have a high click-through rate, you could have all those great metrics, but advertising is about making money. We are in the business of making people money. There's no other reason why you're doing it. You know, you might tell your friend or family member, you know, hey, I'm on Google, and that's great. You know, you might get a kick out of it. You know, you type the keyword in, like, oh, I pop up on Google. You might get a kick out of that. But if you're not making money, you're not going to be able to continue doing it. Advertising and marketing is all about me spending this much money and how much money do I make back. So when it comes to the native ads, without conversion, the whole thing doesn't work. If you're not getting that conversion at the end, if people see that bottle of pills and they don't end up buying it, there's no point in doing it. And there's no branding effect. Like, I had another video talking about banner ads. Banner ads are great for branding, builds top of mind awareness. You're not going to get any of those effects by doing these native ads. Like, somebody gets tricked, they're not going to be like, oh man, like I have a warm and fuzzy feeling of that company. Like, you know, that bottle of pills, you know, that gave me some good information. Like, maybe next time I'll buy them. Next time I see the banner ad, like, they're not going to have warm and fuzzy feelings of good feelings about that company that they just saw that they've been tricked of. So native ads, I'm not a believer in it. That's what they are, and I don't think that they're going to be around for the long haul. So I just wanted to share that with you guys.